What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Rest Hold Podcast, episode 65. Brought to you, as always, by your boys, Tanner Fred, and me, Zach Foreman. Tanner, say what's up to the people.
What's going on, everybody?
We're
One
here.
week out.
We're live.
Extreme Rules.
Coming in hot to a Saturday night pay-per-view.
A what? A what?
Premium live event.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Almost caught myself while I was saying
Almost got us canceled there.
Yeah, can't imagine.
PLEs.
PLEs only.
No more PPVs.
We're not paying for the views.
Yeah, never
These
again.
are premium live events.
Streaming live on the cock.
Yeah.
Extreme Rules. This
Extreme
Saturday.
Rules. So the new season of Raw starts the Monday after.
It's so weird.
I didn't know.
I didn't know they had
every
seasons.
Every year I forget that they do seasons.
What I thought was really weird about this one is even if you were going to do it, why would you announce this Lashley Seth match ahead of time?
Well, I guess technically that isn't really contingent on the outcome of Seth winning.
But you see how that's weird?
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, he loses to Riddle. Let's give him
Yeah.
a championship opportunity.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. But whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe they bring somebody back on this
Potentially.
Raw.
We got Johnny versus Theory as well.
Johnny versus Theory announced as well, yeah. Mr. Money in the Bank.
There was one other thing, but I don't remember what it was.
It was a woman's thing.
Was it?
For sure.
No, it was 25th anniversary of DX.
Yep, no, there's that. I remembered that
that's
one.
what it was.
I just didn't say that one out loud.
Oh, okay.
But there is a woman's thing as well that I can't remember.
I don't remember what it was.
With that said, that's next week. We'll talk about that next week.
Next week.
We're here. We're ready.
Live.
The prediction episode.
The prediction episode.
Extreme Rules.
6 matches. 2 championships
2 championship matches.
on the line.
I gotta
No
be
men's
honest.
championships.
Yeah,
Not a single one.
No men's championships, and we kind of spoke about this briefly last week, but it's a testament to how good the roster is.
Very good.
Testament.
Very good roster.
They're kind of hitting their stride. The shows have been better. Granted, just a lot of wrestling a week to consume.
It
so
is.
the 9 hours total or whatever it is, 7 hours
I think it's
total.
7, but yeah, still a lot.
It's a lot,
It
but
is.
it's good. If you watch the abridged versions or you DVR it yourself and
Skip
fast
the
forward,
commercials.
it's
Yeah.
good. It's worth it.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Let's do the. Let's just get the women's matches done first, and then we'll move into the men's.
These are the 2 championship matches.
Yes.
We got Liv Morgan, Ronda Rousey in an Extreme Rules match for the belt. For the strap.
For the strap. This is a tough one to predict, I think,
Agreed.
because they're very high on Ronda.
And Ronda singing the praises of WWE fans this week. Did you see that?
Yes.
She says, UFC fans don't respect their alumni or their legends the same way WWE fans do.
This is true.
WWE fans care about the character, care about the wrestler, care about the person way more than UFC fans.
I think that's 100% right. Like, I think
Yes. I think it's true. However, she was singing a different tune when they were booing her.
100%. I also think that it's not really a fair comparison because
One's fake. But
One's-
scripted.
yeah, but one, it's like when someone gets hurt, that's not good. Like, that's bad. You miss TV time, whatever.
Right.
The other one, the purpose of it is for someone to get hurt. Not necessarily injured, but hurt.
We're not comparing them as a sport, right? Like, obviously,
Yeah.
we're not saying Seth Rollins is going in and fighting Matt Riddle.
Yeah,
right?
of course not.
But it is a little different. But my takeaway from this is she wasn't singing the praises
Oh, no, not
of
at all.
WWE fans
No.
when she was booed and losing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I maybe am doing too much outside the ring to let that influence my decision here.
Yeah. So, this is interesting. Do you know your pick?
Yes.
Okay,
And
you go first.
I'll briefly explain why. I'm taking Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
So obviously what I just said is kind of involved in my decision making. I do think that she's maybe showing too much behind the scenes. Like, now I'm in a good mood. Now I like being here because I'm going to get what I want. But also, this would make Liv Morgan have 3 consecutive wins over Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is no longer your top dog.
This is true.
So if this is a clean finish, which I have no reason to believe it's not, right? Obviously,
It's Extreme Rules, so
clean in the sense of one-on-one, right?
Yes, I don't think there's involvement outside.
If it's just them and there's no other involvement, I have no reason to think Liv Morgan's getting 3 straight wins over Ronda Rousey. Okay. Because then she has literally nothing else.
Okay. I'm also going to go Ronda Rousey for a completely different reason.
Okay. My
reason is, one, I don't think they've booked this match in a way where they're tipping their hand at all, which I think is good. But I just think that Ronda will be a bigger draw in Saudi. With that being the next pay-per-view, I think the name Ronda Rousey will sell better than Liv will.
Right. I mean, I didn't even think that far ahead. So, that's another reason. And building into, I mean, it's October, right? But this is kind of the home stretch.
No, we're getting into, because it's what? Saudi, which is essentially the Big 5 pay-per-view now. Yep. Then Survivor Series, which is a true Big 4.
Yep. Then Day 1, which
is they're pushing as a major pay-per-view.
Yeah, because they have
Brock's on it, or advertised. Then it's Rumble.
Yep.
And then there's some stuff in between, but then you're right into Mania.
Yeah.
So
it is getting really close to the home stretch. I know when Rumble comes around, that's really when it's WrestleMania season. But at the end of the year, it's...
Day 1 is kind of WrestleMania season at this point.
It's really close.
Yeah. So
I'm going Ronda. I mean, we're both on the same page there.
Ronda. Okay.
That brings us to the next match.
Potential match of the night, I think.
Sneaky
match of the night contender.
Bianca Belair versus Bayley in a ladder match for the Raw Women's title.
When's the last time that you can remember
a solo women's ladder match?
Just a solo ladder match on the main roster.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. I can't think of it.
It's always like 4-man, 5-man, 6-man, 7-man.
I can't remember one in a while. Mm-hmm. So this should be good.
Agreed.
It should be fresh.
Agreed.
I think this is Bayley. I think it really damages, no pun intended, damage control if she loses.
Unless. Right.
Unless
there's some outside interference. So even if it's just damage control, and I know we kind of briefly mentioned maybe a Sasha and Naomi return or something like that. Even if it's just the normal 6 that they've been working with, Asuka, Bliss, and damage control, if Bayley loses because of some sort of interference or something, I don't think it damages them.
I think it still damages her if it's not Sasha and Naomi.
So the only reason I don't think so is because Asuka is still Asuka.
Well, she's hurt now.
And Alexa Bliss is due for like a major turn.
But I don't think that's coming till Bray's back.
Which is probably true. But there's also the fact that it's a ladder match. So, like, losing by interference in a ladder match is a write-off. You go okay, I got pushed off the ladder. What was I supposed to do? I got hit with a ladder. What was I supposed to do?
I agree on that.
So, I don't think it's as damaging as losing maybe just a one-on-one. But with that said, I do think this is going to Bayley as well.
Yeah, I think it's just better for the story in general.
I think that the second title run for Bianca, which we kind of again spoke about, fell a little short, a little stale, and that's just because they didn't write it well. Yeah. They didn't give her good, compelling stories because when she was involved in them, it was good.
And, I mean, long-term storytelling by accident. Bayley was supposed to have did have one shot, but was supposed to get the second shot at Bianca, the first title run, before getting hurt.
Yeah.
So, I don't think she was winning that one, but I think she's getting this one.
But I'm excited to see it. I think this will be the first time we really get Bayley going 100%, like full speed. Yeah. So I'm excited to see how she's doing. And then, Bianca can go with anyone. So it'll be good. It'll be fun. I know for a fact we're going to get some crazy athletic move from Bianca.
100%.
So
100%.
I'm excited to see.
It's going to be a sneaky match of the night contender.
Yeah.
All right. The most personal feud in wrestling.
Man, that promo last night on Raw. You could see the real...
It's a personal feud. This is real. It's not real, but it's real.
You can see the pain in Matt Riddle's eyes with that. You're going to need all the money you could get because child support is real expensive.
I was reading the Bleacher Report review after I watched Raw, and they were saying they're a little surprised at how much Riddle's allowing his real life stuff to be talked about.
I am as well.
Yeah.
And it's starting because he's either gotten really good at acting or it really is bothering him because his facial expressions when it's getting spoken about is like, I want to rip your throat out.
I mean, it could be both. It could be like he's allowing it, but it still is bothering him. Yeah. But like, you do what you do for the company sometimes, you know?
We didn't even talk about special guest referee Daniel Cormier.
DC.
How can we even forget that? Because
I was going to bring it up after we started getting
I think that influences all of the match. I might be just...
It doesn't change who I thought was going to win.
Okay.
Does it change who you think is going to win?
Yes.
Really?
I think it made me flip.
Okay.
And maybe this is me being a fan.
Okay.
I'm just hoping. Daniel Cormier has been trying to get into WWE for years.
Okay.
Since he gave it up. Since he put the gloves down. He was like, I want to go to WWE. I want to do this. He loves WWE. He loves the product. What better way to get him involved than have him feud with another UFC fighter? Have him have a little chemistry, a little something.
Interesting.
It's a fight pit. He swears to call it even down the middle. But who's to say he doesn't side with Seth Rollins just a little bit?
Really? Okay.
Because it doesn't make... It's way too like obvious and like face of the special guest ref to like help the face. I mean, that's it. Like it's so obvious. So what kind of heel turn would it be for the People's Champ? Everyone loves Cormier. He's such a nice guy, family man, everything. To turn and screw Riddle and be on Seth's side. And, again, they're advertising Seth and Bobby.
This is true.
So I'm going Seth.
Okay. All right. I love that. Mm-hmm. I think that would be awesome. But as someone who also has watched the UFC in the past, and if anybody has watched the... well-known feud of DC and Mr. Bones. I don't think DC's really got it in him to be a heel. I understand you don't got a promo yet, but they're not doing that with no plan, is my argument.
Who's to say there's not one?
But if there is one, I don't know if I could be sold at Cormier being a bad guy.
You're telling me that Seth couldn't talk for him? Like,
you think they're gonna like put him together?
No, I don't think so. But like, he just
but you can only do that for so long until he's got to run on his own.
Right, but Cormier can speak. I mean,
no, I'm not arguing about him talk. I think he can talk fine.
He's just,
but can he talk as a villain? Is different. I don't think so.
Maybe.
I think he's too nice.
We'll see.
He's too like.
Yeah, really. My thought process was like, wow, I just want this to happen.
That would be cool. But I think all signs point to Riddle, and I'm gonna go with Riddle.
But see, and my only thing is like. And we say this often as well, every pay-per-view that comes around, the obvious choice doesn't make it the wrong choice.
Not at all.
And I feel like Matt Riddle is the obvious choice. Yeah. But what does that do for Seth, right? Because you won twice, and now you get the third one and it's just over? Or are they going to keep dragging this out? Because they
they already said this is it.
Yeah, they just can't do another one. So I would like for him to win a feud.
This is a bold comparison, and I'm not trying to make the comparison that these are on the same level. But, like... It's the same kind of thing. My thought process is very similar to like when people used to fight Taker in the cell. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is his match. Mm-hmm. And not that the fight pit is synonymous with Matt Riddle.
But UFC fighter Matt Riddle in the fight
he's been in two of the now three, right? They've had three. So, I like Riddle here.
And he won on NXT.
He did.
Yeah. It'll be this, another one. This is...
the card's stacked.
Match.
The card's stacked.
Very stacked.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take Seth. I'm gonna run with Seth. Obviously, my explanation is a pipe dream, but I'm running with Seth.
Okay. Drew McIntyre, Karrion Kross, strap match.
I understand the purpose of the strap. I get the story.
We talked about this a little bit last week.
He jumps me from behind, so we're gonna have a strap. No more running.
Steel cage much better.
Steel cage much better. Much, much better.
I think we talked a little bit about why there's not a steel cage.
Right.
Because
of the fight.
It's kind of just a fight pit.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
With just a different
it's like an upper
layer.
Deck fight.
Yeah,
it's like a no upper deck.
Exactly. Yeah. They are going to be physical as all hell.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are going to beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very good match. I don't know how long it is because these two guys aren't going to lend themselves for a long match.
That's true.
Because like Drew and Sheamus, they're going to beat the crap out of each other.
And I think there's a lot of other long matches that are going to be on this card.
I agree 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Neither guy can lose.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This is bad for both guys.
Okay.
Because Drew is just a loser right now. He's still Drew, and he's gotten himself some good faith with the crowd. You know, like everyone believes in Drew. He comes out. He's a believable big guy. He might win on any given night. But he's losing consistently, recently.
Okay.
Cross came back, got involved in Drew and Roman.
Okay.
Obviously never followed up on Roman.
Yeah.
Is he going to lose his first big feud?
I don't know. You tell me. I picked the last. No, actually, you went first.
I went first the last one.
I'll do this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's Cross no-brainer.
Yeah.
I don't really agree with you with the whole Drew
with
analysis.
The Drew analysis, you don't think?
Plus Roman. Who else before that? Beat Sheamus.
I guess.
Won his feud before that.
I guess.
It's really just been Roman.
It's just Roman.
And
yeah,
everyone loses to Roman. That's not even. You just kind of just write that off.
Yeah. And they kind of did.
You kind of can't have Cross lose this.
Yeah.
Because then there's no credibility at all. And I think hopefully Triple H knows that. Because, again, we know Karrion Kross because we watch NXT. And we like Karrion Kross from what he did in NXT.
Right.
Still a lot of people who don't know who this guy is.
Right.
Who've seen him have, one match maybe
yeah,
since he's been
just
pulled
see
up.
A big guy here.
They saw him with the mask, and now they see this, which
Yeah.
is completely different character. So, yeah, you're intrigued. But everyone knows who Drew is.
Yeah.
You know how good Drew is. You know what Drew's done.
Yeah.
This is a super credible win for Cross that even if they have another match and, he loses or whatever it may be.
He has a win over Drew.
You have a credible win that you can now do whatever you want with him.
Right. I, too, am going with Karrion Kross, pretty much for the same reason. There's no way you can lose your first legitimate feud or first legitimate match.
Especially somebody like this that they're going to push in the main event long term.
He's going to be a top guy.
It's not like someone like Solo who you bring in and he can have him win, have him lose here and there because he's kind of just going to fall into the mid card until they're really ready for him.
Right.
But
I do think a way to avoid any issues, win, loss, whatever it is, because Cross wins. It's a big win.
Yeah.
He has a win over Drew McIntyre. Drew loses, whatever he loses. I think kind of what they did on SmackDown with. I'm going to preface with how much I hate it.
Okay.
Scarlett getting involved with like the little fireball and stuff. I hate it.
Yeah.
I do hate it. But I do think something like that will happen similar in this match. And that will kind of lead to Cross winning. Because on SmackDown, she did it, and then Cross still got beat up a little bit.
My thought on this is like even when Scarlett has been involved in NXT feuds in the past with Cross, once like the big match came,
it doesn't really
kind of took a
dictate
step
the
back.
finish, right? I don't know if that'll happen here. I just assume some sort of involvement.
Okay.
But I'm going with Cross as well.
All right. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Edge.
Finn
Balor. I quit.
So last week we kind of said like maybe there's going to be a little AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, Judgment Day involvement. I still think that could happen.
100%.
I still think so. But this week WWE puts out a little snippet, a little news break, whatever you want to call it. Something big for Finn Balor's coming in the future. And for them to say something like that on the eve or the week of Extreme Rules kind of lends myself to believe that Finn Balor might not be losing like I initially thought.
Okay.
Maybe this is a Jimmy and Jey Uso situation when Roman got him to quit from beating up the other guys too bad. Where like Edge, like good guy Edge is like, no, stop, don't kill Ray or I quit.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like that. But I'm going with Finn Balor. And another sneaky match of the night contender.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not even sneaky.
This
it's
one's
two guys that are just going to go.
I like your reasons. I think if Edge is to lose, it's a lot more likely it's not because of
Edge.
Right. But I'm going to go Edge on this one.
I mean, it's
not because of the obvious reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this feud is done.
Okay.
Edge had a list when he came to WWE about who he wanted to face.
Yep.
Roman, I believe, was on it. Did that twice.
Yep.
Seth was on it. Did that. AJ Styles was on it. Did that. Finn Balor's also on it.
Doing it.
Currently doing it. But there's a lot more to Finn Balor than Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I don't think this feud ends without the Demon.
So as much as I want to say, like, that would be awesome, like Edge versus the Demon or whatever it is, Finn is on record saying, like, the Demon's not coming back for a while. Like, and I don't know what exactly brings it back, but I'm sure that he was unhappy with the way it went with Roman. So
I think Edge gets the business a little bit differently. Understands that a loss for him to the Demon isn't as impactful as ending Roman's reign to the Demon.
Yeah.
And what other than someone like Roman, what else do you bring the Demon back for?
Yeah. Yeah. And Edge, again, with the whole different persona, like, I mean, it's every time Edge gets hurt, comes back with, like, a new attitude.
And what better way to sell the rest of the feud than you might have made Finn Balor quit, but not the Demon, you know? Like, I don't know. I just think that if you're giving Edge these, like, major feuds that he wants, which he has been, it would be a disservice to not include the Demon.
And then when the Demon wins, it's over.
And then it's over, and then that's fine.
It's
the Demon. It's okay with that.
Imagine day one, Finn and the Demon versus Edge.
Crazy.
Because Saudi would be too soon, and then you're not going to do it at Survivor Series. So.
You could do it at Saudi.
It'd be too soon.
I think that's perfect, though. You can't drag this out for another 2 months. I think the sooner the better. Because you literally have Finn be like, you beat me, but now you face the Demon.
It's true.
And then just do it.
Yeah. All right, well.
I like Edge here.
I'm going to take Finn still, but I don't hate that. If Edge wins and it eventually gets there, I would be very happy. So, I think, what are we different on right now? Riddle and
Finn.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad.
I do see the thing you mentioned happening, though, where, like, Dominic's about to murder Ray.
Yeah, like, and that's the only reason, because, again, the same thing is, I don't really see either of these guys being like, I quit. Like... And maybe, like, Finn is just getting whatever Edge does with the chair, the chair stand that he did for Seth.
Like the
with
kind of concerto thing.
Yeah. So, it is what it is. I do think Edge would be more likely to say, I quit in a situation like that.
Yes.
Are you looking? We're looking up a good old-fashioned Donnie.
Yeah, I don't know what this means.
I'm pretty sure it's just going to be an Extreme Rules match. If
I
had to
think
guess.
so.
This is great podcasting here.
I mean, the problem is, like, WWE doesn't explain this stuff. Yeah, it looks like it's just like a...
It's going to be just an Extreme Rules tag match.
Yeah.
Or not even
It's just a no-holds-barred tag match.
Okay.
Likely without any tag. Oh, so it's like a tornado tag match.
Which is pretty awesome.
Which will be sick. I hope it's like that.
If it's tornado tag and Extreme Rules, pretty cool.
Tornado tag is kind of Extreme Rules, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's like a no-holds-barred tornado.
They haven't done a tornado tag in so long that I don't even know if you can get DQ for weapons anymore.
I don't know.
I would assume not.
I assume it's like
Extreme Rules.
Let's just call it like a no-holds-barred tornado tag match.
Let's do it. So, I don't think that changes anything for me.
Neither.
The whole time I was going Imperium.
I was as well.
Yeah.
Would feel very weird to bring them back with...
Not Fabian Eichner.
Yeah. What is he? Giovanni Vinci?
Yes, Giovanni Vinci.
The only reason I'm leaning... The only thing that's causing me to hesitate is I think they really want Gunther Sheamus too.
How could you not?
Tough to do if Imperium wins.
Yeah, I mean, the way they delivered on Sheamus, Gunther won. Yeah. How could you not want a second one? How could you not want a
second one?
How cool would it be? And again, I know NXT UK is dead.
Yes, it is.
Which is back as NXT Europe or whatever it is.
It's about to be NXT Europe, yep.
But how cool would it be to have Ilya show up?
Well, he's feuding for the NXT belt. He's a little preoccupied.
I know, but...
Also, I don't know. I don't know if main roster fans are going to take to him the way NXT fans do.
I guess.
Yeah.
He is a big NXT.
He's also he's a little weird.
Yeah.
And
but he could wrestle. The guy could wrestle.
No, he could definitely wrestle.
And the way him and at the time Walter went at it, man, those were the two of the best matches I've ever seen. 100%. You're probably right though. The likelihood of that happening and then having him do that and NXT is just...
Yeah, I think it's very unlikely.
Yeah.
Maybe we bring back Pete Dunne's name for this, potentially. Because Butch is a really bad name.
which doesn't really fit it, but
it's horrible.
I'm going to assume they're not doing that.
No, probably not.
But with that said, what we got? Imperium, both of us?
Yeah, I got Imperium. It would feel weird to bring them back to lose their first, 6-man tag match.
And it makes me want to say this again, and this is just how good the card is. Like, another match of the night contender right here.
100%.
These guys are going to go
This card is really, really good.
So, while it doesn't have the star power necessarily, where you're missing Roman, you're missing a couple other top guys, it's like you don't have any other belts, no tag belts, nothing. No shortage of talent.
Think about how good this card is.
Yeah.
No Roman.
No Roman.
No Usos.
No Usos. No Street Profits.
No Street Profits. Mm-hmm. No Braun.
Mm-hmm.
No Bob.
No Bob.
No Kevin Owens.
Nope.
No AJ Styles.
Nope. Well, potential, but not advertised.
No advertised AJ Styles.
Yeah. It's just
a lot.
It's good.
It's really good.
Really, really
it's
good.
Really, really good.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Getting it together at the right time.
No New Day. No one like that. No. A lot of big names not there.
Speaking of New Day, Big E out at Iowa again for Iowa, Michigan. That was nice.
How's he doing?
He's walking.
That's good.
It's good. Wasn't in a neck brace.
That's great.
It's great.
Good for him. Hope he gets healthy.
Yeah. So, just to summarize real quick.
Yeah.
I have Ronda Rousey.
I do as well.
I have Bayley.
Same.
I have Seth Rollins.
I have Matt Riddle.
I have Cross. I have Finn Balor.
I got Edge.
And we both have Imperium.
Match sacred. And it will remain sacred.
The mat is sacred. The ring general.
All right.
Gunther.
I think that's it for Extreme Rules.
Let us know your thoughts.
Let us know your predictions. Mm-hmm. If you disagree with us somewhere, let us know why.
And give us your match of the night prediction.
Yes,
match of the night prediction. Who do you think is going to be the best match of the night?
Yeah, that'd be good. Let us know if you think a return happens.
I don't think so on this one.
Maybe it
could be wrong.
I think Sasha, Naomi most likely return if I was a betting man. Bray probably not.
Not this
but
one.
Maybe.
I don't see where.
I don't either, but you never know.
You never know.
It's a great thing about WWE these days.
You never know.
Never know.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. As always, guys, thanks
like
for
and
hanging
subscribe
out.
down below.
Yeah.
Again, let us know your stuff in the comments. Socials in the description. Instagram and Twitter at resthold_pod. Apple Podcasts, we're on there. Spotify, we're on there.
Wherever you get your podcast, wherever you get your wrestling news, we'll be there.
We will be there.
We are there.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Out. Peace.